there's been so often I've lost files. It's made me like hyper aware.
Yeah.
It has made me hyper realistic. I'm more of like if anyone had to ask me like you live in a fantasy world, you're like you kidding? I'm a hyper realist. Welcome to Undercooked Analysis, the show where it's way too hot to record because the hosts are all so cool.
As hot as Sylvia Plath, am I right?
Oh my god!
What? She's pretty hot.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am. That was a callback to something that might not even be the mainline episode. And hey, if you are a patron, you get to hear the random bullshit we talk about when we're kind of getting our mental faculties rolling. In this case, trying to beat the heat. It came out of nowhere. But no way, except the sun.
No. The topic now is Sylvia Plath. Hotness, yes or no?
You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever seen a picture of Sylvia Plath.
Oh my god, my dude. Google Sylvia Plath.
Yeah. Oh my god, okay. Oh, yeah, hang on. Bruh.
Google Sylvia Plath. Hashtag Google Sylvia Plath. Get it trending on Twitter. Let's get some posts.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, right?
Damn. She's all like, she kind of reminds me of like all the pictures look like the sad thing is every picture looks vaguely like a last known photo.
Oh my god, I knew you were gonna say that.
They're all black and white and there's like real grainy shadows, you know, it's like I feel like I'm watching Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
That's such a good
She does have that sort of aesthetic of that girl from the the famous shot of when they say George Romero invented hipsters or something like that, or emo or something.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this second picture that I'm looking at right here of Sylvia Plath.
Real good, David. Real good. Sylvia Plath and Night of the Living Dead. Good work, Dave.
I'm on my podcast A game. Wasn't it great that was me who made that reference and totally brought it up? You know, I was so good. I was so great at it.
See,
totally
everybody out there who was mad at me for saying that I found her attractive, now be mad at David for making that way too soon reference. So.
In case you're here for the first time, I'm so sorry. We are a podcast that read and analyze and just talk shit about stories that we are given to critique. In this, and we have our ever-changing. There's no script and no plan, no filters apart from read a story, talk about writing, probably have banter. I don't know why I'm explaining this again for like the umpteenth time, but I think I don't often explain it enough, and I need a shorthand version of this to just kind of give every episode, just in case it's someone's first episode.
I should close the Word document you sent me with the script.
Yeah, if you don't mind. We're gonna shoot from the hip from now on.
This has been scripted the whole time.
Yeah. I'm sorry to let the cat out of the bag.
Now I'm a little bit confused though because it does say in the script David says we shoot from the hip, and then Kaela, you said that the cat's out of the bag. That's written here too. So am I really closing this, or is this part of the script?
I've still got the script on the mind.
Still got the script online.
Close it. Well, here's the thing. You remember where it's less of a. It's less of a.
Yeah, it's written right here. That's what you're saying.
Kaela laughs. See, right here.
Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to. Kaela, not you. She.
It says right here in parentheses David King, and it says in parentheses flustered noises. Yeah.
So this episode of Undercooked Analysis brought to you by the recent re-upload of the Midnight Marinara episode, The Writer's Ink, in which the characters realize they are trapped in their own story.
Gasp.
Spoiler alert.
What are we reading?
We're reading an Abysmii story.
Yes.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Well, I figure it's only fair. We've had people on to we've had
people.
We've had certain people.
We had
people.
Well, we had Abysmii on to read a Slimebeast story, and now we got Slimebeast on to read an Abysmii story.
Really?
Yep.
You read one of my stories.
Yep.
Without me on the podcast to tell you what to think about it.
Yes. Shocking, isn't it?
That's fine.
Why would I know? And I'm deeply, deeply sorry. We should have asked you first.
You should have asked me. You should have asked.
You should have asked you before. You should have asked you
when
we told you we were going to read it on the podcast. If you wanted to join us on the podcast, so you could tell us exactly how to think about the story.
I tell you what, after we're done recording this, we can just record me saying a few phrases, and you can go back and cut them into that episode.
Hey, future David.
What you don't understand is that this part is about the plight of the modern woman. Do you not see that this is a veiled reference to the controversy surrounding the coronavirus? It's like, but you wrote this in 2012. I know. That's on the vision.
Did you know I was psychic? I knew about this gonna happen the whole time.
Hey,
By the way, we talk
future...
about that on here, or is that like a no-no topic?
What, psychics?
No. Yes, psychics. No, the coronavirus.
That's what we Slimebeast. That's what we in the business call a corona no.
Oh. Corono No.
No.
Corono No is my favorite R&B singer from the 60s.
Oh, I'm glad you're. I'm a fan of his. No. He did a good cover of that one.
Yeah. All right, so feel free to do your actual intro. I will stop bothering you.
All right, fair enough. This is Slimebeast, by the way, if you haven't heard him in a while.
Oh.
I think it has been a while.
That was a lackluster introduction, but okay.
It's been a while.
Slimebeast. This is Slimebeast, and he wrote stuff. Is that better? Did I do better?
I guess.
Okay, sorry. I'm doing very badly.
More excited. Say it, more excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, rare is the time that we have such a significant figure on this podcast joining us as a guest.
Calling me fat? Okay, that's not a step up. Okay.
Oh.
I prefer substantial.
Mm-hmm.
His body of work.
Wow. Okay. Jesus Christ. I didn't come here to be insulted. I came here to be flattered. I thought we were reading one of my stories.
I thought we were...
Anyway.
I was trying to find a way to turn this around and somehow make it a reference to Arthur Two Sheds Jackson, but that didn't, That's a deep cut Monty Python reference, but anyway.
So, since David won't introduce this properly, we're reading The Stickermen by Abysmii.
Thank you.
Yay!
Hey, future David, can you cut Abysmii in here every so often, interjecting like he's here? No,
Yeah.
Actually, don't do that.
Please don't.
Cut in.
Unless
unused
Abysmii wants
sound.
to.
Oh, sorry. Cut in unused sound of Abysmii sneezing into the mic.
Ew, oh, God. I mean, we could probably find that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Him sneezing.
He lives in the allergy capital of the universe,
That's
so of
true.
course.
Remix one of Abysmii's songs with the theme to Clarissa Express.
Yes!
I'll find a way. But yes, we're on the Stickermen. So this was posted on twospooky.com.
Oh, this
Wow.
is one of his newer ones. He wrote
Go ahead.
He wrote this in January?
Looks like it.
Yep.
Unless
twospooky.com. What website is this? I don't.
it's a website where people write things and post things that are of spooky or horrific or goofy horrific nature.
Wow. Interesting.
Wow. So Owen Wilson that for a second there. Wow. But it's been read 759 times, which, hey, on Too Spooky, you can also look at stuff and see how many times they've been read just really easily.
Yes.
It has a really nice layout. Look at that
Hey.
text that's been tilted just a little bit.
You know what? I think that this is a very professional-looking website. Whoever created it is a genius, obviously.
I'm pretty impressed. They finally figured out how to turn text a little bit, rotate it
Yep.
just a smidge. That's really
I
impressive.
wish that all the text was rotated.
Everybody has to tilt their head to the side just a little bit.
I want to feel like I'm watching, oh my gosh, what's that?
Battlefield Earth.
Yes, I want to feel like I'm watching Battlefield Earth.
The cinematographer from Battlefield Earth.
I want to feel like I'm watching Battlefield Earth, said no one.
All
right, so this is the Stickermen. Let's see. How do we want to do this?
But probably in English?
Okay, that's fair. Would you like to take the floor first, sir? Or shall one of us start it?
Fine with me.
Okay, hold on. I thought we were going to do it in Spanish. I was so prepared. Me llamo Celeste. So what's the...
I got an idea. Kaela, for that, you must start.
Fine.
And then Slimebeast, and then me. How about?
No, I'm going to start.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here's the story. When I was younger, I used to like to collect stickers of men. Burly, naked, sweaty men. Oh, Abysmii. Jesus. Never mind. You can start, Kaela. Jeez, wow.
Yeah, this got saucy real quick.
My name is Celeste, and I would like to share with you a story about my husband. Maybe you all can help me. We live in a small town in Vermont, an hour outside of Burlington. Last year, in the first week of January, a Stickerman appeared on our lawn. First of all, I love the fact it begins with "My name is Celeste." I like to share a story with you about my husband. It just immediately makes me think of your dad, because David's stepmom is named Celeste. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Abysmii suffering a bit of a identity crisis here, because
Yeah.
as we all know, creepypastas are from the perspective of the author.
Tell me,
Absolutely.
sir, is Too Spooky anything like No Sleep?
No.
Okay, good. That's just for also. See, really, honestly, if you want to do a sales pitch for Too Spooky, you just say it's a website where you could post your horror fiction, but it's not No Sleep,
That's right.
and it doesn't follow No Sleep.
TooSpooky.com is a website where you can post your short horror fiction without the worry about it being deleted for not being horror, because the author dies at the end, or any other silly reason that's arbitrary and shouldn't be a cause to delete someone's work. Also, it has a cool name.
It does have a much cooler name, and I was involved in part of its inception, and still, poke my head in every so often to keep an eye on things.
Yeah, because originally I was going to call it The Too Spooky, and David was like, lose the the.
Lose
Just
the
call
the.
it Too Spooky.
I'm glad to see my boy Pops is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pops, the hyper-realistic bloody-eyed skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or skull.
I've seen him go through many iterations, but he's like a weird nephew to me. That's the way I like to see him.
Pops,
Oh,
the nephew.
Anyway, so we're
This
off
is
to...
my nephew. Wait a minute. Let's explore that. Hey, everybody. This is my nephew, Pops. Wait a minute.
What's up, Pops? Everybody stares.
This
So
is
they
my
write it-
Pops, nephew.
This is my nephew. I call him Pops.
What redneck
Oh, no.
universe is this in?
Sorry, I just thought of something terrible.
What?
We all know what it is.
I gotta have my Pops.
God damn it. I didn't know what it was. Never mind.
Okay, we gotta start reading.
Yeah, okay, so we have Celeste, and they're in
Vermont.
Burlington, Stickerman. Cool.
What is a Stickerman? We hopefully will find out.
Let's-
My guess is it's a faceless man in a suit.
Because he sticks in your memory.
Oh, okay.
I think that's you, El Super Beasto.
Really? We didn't discuss who was going second, but that's fine. I know that name sounds silly, and it certainly is, but it does require some brief explanation.
Front loading. No,
Yeah,
just
yeah, okay, Abysmii. Lampshading the fact that the name you chose was dumb. Okay.
kidding.
Even before I was born, our town had the tradition of creating slightly non-traditional snowmen.
Were they
Alternate
all
lifestyle
off?
snowmen? They possess the typical 3-orb body and head. That's 2 orbs. But instead of just sticks for arms, sticks and twigs would be placed in random and poignant places. Eyes, toes, spine, scalp, pretty much anywhere. The more elaborate the branches, with surviving pine needles and or other dead leaves, the better. The more grotesque you could make it, the better still. So Vermont's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Are they? This Vermont sounds like it's inhabited purely by wintertime Calvin.
That's true. Yeah.
Pastime, make grotesque snowmen scenes. That's interesting.
My husband, Hobbs, what?
Like I said, this was a tradition long before I was born. However, I do like to take credit for its namesake. When I was a preteen, the Wicker Man movie had been in theaters in the early 70s. It frightened my friends and me, and it left a lasting impression on it with its imagery. My friend Jennifer and I talked about it a lot that year, mostly because we had snuck into multiple showings. One day, when we were building our weird snowmen, it struck me that the abundance of sticks and twigs somewhat
The
resembled...
snowman struck me.
It struck me. Ouch, I said.
I got a weird cut on my face. That only slightly hurt.
Let me try that again.
One day when we were building our weird snowman, it struck me. Give me a fucking top hat, it shrieked.
Happy birthday, motherfucker! It struck me that the abundance of sticks and twigs somewhat resembled the Wicker Man. In a wholly unoriginal portmanteau, I said we should call it the Stickermen. Then Stickermen. I said we should call then Stickermen.
Nice typo, Abysmii.
Threw me off just a
Be
bit.
them,
Yeah.
but it's then.
It stuck, no pun intended, and soon enough all the kids at school were using the sobriquet Sobriquet.
That's like one of those toilets for women.
Oh yeah.
No, it's a fancy $20 word.
It's a word. It's a word that you can only pronounce when you're sober. So shows you where I'm at. Eventually, it was being used by the entire town.
The entire town on one toilet. Jesus Christ.
This is a very small town. Jesus.
It's an hour outside of Burlington, so I don't know. I've actually never been to Vermont.
Neither have
Either
I.
you work in the coat factory or you go hungry.
I realize it sounds as if I'm getting off track as this us. This is supposed to be about my husband, so let's pivot back. I won't waste your time with how we met and where we've been, but suffice it to say, we wake up each day quickly approaching retirement. Our kids are in college far out of state, and we both have fairly lucrative jobs. Good for you.
Right.
Any reasonable person would see that we live comfortably. My husband, Fred, however, is not always reasonable. Oh, it's
Bonnie.
Because he wakes up every day and finds his Fruity Pebbles missing. Cocoa and or
This is
Fruity
like
Pebbles.
the second time cereal has been brought up.
I'm glad that Fred remarried after Wilma died, though. Celeste is a real catch.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is that name would not even be that weird in the Flintstones universe if you think about it.
No.
Celeste.
Celeste Firestone or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Ooh, she was the widowed. She was the widowed Firestone before she married Flintstone.
Maybe would it be like, since Celeste is kind of like celestial, maybe she would be like Celeste Moonrock or something, and she'd be like a ditzy like hippie type, maybe.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Fuck this story. We're creating Flintstone OCs. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We Celeste Firestone is our Flintstones AU character.
Well, we decided. I think Celeste Moonrock makes more sense.
Celeste Moonrock.
Because Firestone sounds a little too close to Flintstone.
No, it's good. Luna Rock.
Luna Rock. There we go.
Hey.
Celeste Luna.
Well,
Rock.
now she's a heavy metal singer. She's going to be named Luna Rock.
Yeah, it's a bit like that Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island when they added, or no, was it the Witch's Ghost where they added the Hex Girls because they're like, we need to get some hip rock music in here with this revived, with this revived Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
So that's how it worked with Flintstones as well.
Yeah, why not? There was a Jetsons movie. They added random like 90s rock music, so pop music.
I want you to go back and I want you to go to the drawing board and I want you to add some hot women to the show, some hot girls. Call them the Sex Girls or something. I don't know, but rename it. Don't call it Sex Girls. That's a little too much for children's television.
I do want to say on the front with the story, I like the the whole thing about it. But suffice to say, we wake up each day quickly approaching retirement. All that's going through my head is, you're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older, and now you're even older, and now you're even older. So, anyway.
Time.
Brr.
All right. So who is this now?
It's Kaela.
Wait, me again?
Okay,
Wait,
yeah, it's you again.
Oh, no. Because you...
I just read.
Oh, you just read that one, so yeah.
Every day, Kaela and David wake up closer to retirement. I realize it sounds as if I'm getting off track.
No, I read this. Didn't I?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
God, what a bunch of boomers.
Next one.
Fred loves his lawn.
Bonnie, my lawn.
Oh, geez, Fred, I was hungry. Sorry. He loves his trees, his hedges, and his lawnmower. As anyone who lives in a region that gets regular snow knows, in winter, you have to abandon your lawn. Snow nose, by the way, a terrible terminal illness. By the transitive property, Fred hates winter. Last winter was especially snowy. For any winter sports enthusiast, it was ideal. Fred was, of course, less than enthused, and is going to end up built into a snowman with sticks sticking out of him.
I like the fact that Winter is capitalized as though, like, there's this person named Winter that he absolutely hates.
Who the fuck capitalizes random words?
I don't know.
Yeah, David.
Terrible habit.
Yes,
David does that?
No, Slimebeast. I just thought of I just remembered.
The reference hit you like a...
It took me a while, my bad.
It hit me like a snowman.
Yeah, it hit me like
an ice ball.
Yeah.
It was brief and it hurt, but then you were thankfully unconscious.
Okay, your turn.
One innocuous morning, we woke up and started our day as any typical Saturday. We showered, threw on basic pajamas for basic bitches.
Threw on banana pajamas.
And then they went down the stairs chasing teddy bears. And sat on
I
their...
like to picture them just putting on a pair of full-body footy pajamas.
And sat by our TV with some coffee. Fred stood up to get more coffee, but lingered at the window facing our lawn.
What the hell is that? He said in a tone low enough it was as if he said it to himself. I stood up.
Slender Man out there.
Gasp.
Yeah.
I stood up and joined him by the window, peering out to the lawn and street beyond. To my bemusement, Jesus, I saw a singular Stickerman. Not the most creative piece, but it checked all the boxes. 3 orbs, 6 for hands, twigs jutting out of peculiar places.
You know exactly what that is, Fred, I replied.
But what's you doing on my lawn? Did you make it? He said in a half-accusatory tone.
I got where I want it.
Kilroy!
Yes, Fred. I got up in the middle of night, turned on all the outside lights, marched to the edge of our lawn, and made a Stickerman. You caught me. My tone was half retaliatory in kind. I assured Fred it was some kid playing a prank, as was our town's tradition. I reminded him of the Stickermen we set up on old people's lawns back in the day. Fred seemingly assuaged, went back to his coffee gathering, and that was the end of it. Until Sunday.
He has to go out and actually gather coffee beans from like the hills of Colombia.
Yep. Why would it be until Sunday? Why couldn't you say until the next day? It's
Sunday was the next day when Fred went to that same window, saw the same snowman, and said, "Oh, what's that?" Because he keeps forgetting it's out there. He's done this 7 times already. She has to keep saying it to him.
That's where the real tragedy of the story comes in. This is all about Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
All About Alzheimer's is my favorite TGIF show from the 90s.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Alzheimer's. All About Alzheimer's.
It's you again after
hell.
Until Sunday.
Really?
These are short paragraphs.
Against the peals of distant church bells, somebody's out there peeling bells, Fred exclaimed again by the front window. Wait. He exclaimed again by the front window. Okay.
What was he exclaiming?
Something.
Then rang the bells, both soft and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep.
I'm attracted to lawn furniture. Again, I joined him, and this time was slightly astonished. In total, 4 Stickermen stood upright on our lawn. Each was different than the next, indicating different sculptors, or just the fact that they were different snowmen.
Someone really just wanted to build a snowman. And then saw a snowman and said, "Ooh, I should build a snowman."
Do you want to build a Stickerman? It doesn't have to be a Stickerman.
It could be a stoner man.
Yeah.
You got to find a lot of weird rocks for that one, or just give the sticker man a blunt.
That's a way to stuff a blunt, though.
Now, what the hell is this? Fred was no longer annoyed. He was incensed. This is vandalism, Cell. You can't just wander into someone else's property and do this.
Has your dad ever called Celeste Cell before?
I don't think he has. No.
Has she ever called him Goku?
Hey, future David, can you really quickly put... Yeah, thank you.
Don't Frieza out in the snow,
Vandalism. Really, Fred? It's a bunch of snow on more so. Calm down and help me with the dishes. Fred wasn't the only one who was incensed. What an interesting word to use. As I was growing impatient with his delusions.
There was just incense all over the house. We were both incensed constantly
all
times.
Was he deluded about the Stickermen, or was he deluded by the fact that someone would do this with like intent to cause a prank or whatever, or vandalism?
Maybe there is no window. Maybe it's just a whiteboard and someone keeps drawing snowmen.
So it's like, there's snowman out under there. No, honey, that's a picture. That's a picture our grandkid drew for us.
There's a snowman out there. No, that's just a poster for that movie that everybody forgot.
That's a picture of our grandkids. There's a bunch of weird-looking, freaky snowmen.
Looks like they got twigs sticking all out of them.
A bunch of pale bastards, all malformed and funny-looking.
We spent the rest of the day doing light chores and trying to enjoy the remainder of the weekend. Fred kept pausing at the window for a glance at the Stickermen, as if they would start moving. When we got into bed, he chuckled and even said it was cute that the 4 sculptures could almost resemble a family. I chuckled back, but remarked to myself that they weren't arranged in a familial pose. They were scattered randomly on the lawn.
That could be a familial pose if the family doesn't get along.
Yeah,
that's true.
They could be estranged.
Yeah, we're estranged. That's why we all stand at random spots on our lawn. Monday's routine grumblings about starting the work week were compounded with a fresh shout from downstairs. There's no! Fred had apparently woken up before me and was already surveying the front yard. He's a quantity surveyor. My patience was wearing thin at this point as I ambled downstairs. I found Fred with his face pressed against the glass of the window, his face wearing a look of disbelief and a window, not bothering to ask.
That's a little bit of an awkward. I found his face pressed against the window, his face wearing a look of little tweaks here and there.
I'm gonna fix the sentence. Abysmii, if you're listening to this, I don't know if you listen to this show or not, but if you're listening, Abysmii, I'm gonna fix this line for you, okay? I found Fred with his face pressed up against the glass of the window, his ass wearing a look of stick it out.
That's what you say. That's when you say scratch that, reverse it, and it makes sense.
Yeah. Not bothering to ask, I approached a different window with the same view. No fewer than 10 Stickermen adorned our lawn. Each was more elaborate than the last, with its stick and twig ornamentation. Fred cursed under his breath and went for the landline.
Wait, those exist? I find it harder to believe that they have a landline more than they have a landmine.
They don't. Fred went for it, but they don't have one.
Where's your phone? I don't even.
He's forgotten.
What do we think of this so far?
It's okay.
It's
fine.
I expected more from Abysmii, but whatever.
I think there's a couple.
I'm waiting for there's a slow build up of the Stickermen, and that's intriguing. But I'm waiting for I'm kind of waiting for the first little thing to drop. I mean, the multiplying number of them, again, kind of odd, but not inherently nefarious.
It's not surprising. Honestly, this feels like the typical beginning of a scary story, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for what the twist is.
Surprised none of them have gone to knock any of the Stickermen down yet.
Seriously. Another thing too is some of the words are kind of awkward. I ambled down the stairs. I'm like, ambled? I feel like that's a word that it's I don't want to use the word walk, so I looked in the thesaurus and used amble. But it's not terrible.
Maybe Abysmii is trying to pitch this as a film to Amblin. I don't know.
Is Amblin even still?
No. So who is this now?
Oh, it's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Fred, at least wait until tonight to call the cops, I said in a pleading tone. Why? So they could stop vandalizing the front of the house? Look how close they are, Sel.
So Fred's now a Jewish man?
Yes! Sorry. I don't know, I just kind of felt, to his credit, he dropped that weird impression and went back to his normal way. No, to his credit...
Wait a minute, to his credit, he stopped being Jewish? You sure you want to go with that, David?
To my credit, I dropped that bit and walked away. To his credit, the latest round of sculptures was halfway up the lawn to our front door, much closer than before. Honey, it's probably some kids skipping class for some pranks. Oh my gosh, it's such...
This woman is really...
in denial.
Yeah.
We can ask around the neighborhood to see if anyone else is having the same problem. This is nothing to call the police about. It wasn't what Fred wanted to hear, but he relented in the end. Upon returning after work, we saw no additional Stickermen. This calmed Fred a bit, allowing us to drive around and look at our neighbors' yards. All we saw were the usual Christmas lights, Santa figures, and large candy canes. There was an occasional Stickerman, but nothing else elaborate as what is invading our lawn. Okay, I forgot that this is it wouldn't be that weird. The Stickermen, the idea that they're Stickermen is not a weird part either. So, town is weird snowman.
It's a tradition created by the author. Maybe some kid in the neighborhood found out they created it, and that's why they're doing it. Who knows?
It is weird that the author just happens to be the person that created this tradition.
Yeah,
a little bit, but then that could be why they're all
it might be
all
important.
The creator's creations are now gathering on her lawn.
It might be important later on. I don't know.
They're out there going, Mother. Why did you create us?
We're abominations.
Ugh.
Nothing has really changed, huh? Fred said aloud. We're all a bit older now, but that's about it, I replied. Fred had been dreading his upcoming birthday, and I feel like it just jumped in another part of the story.
Yeah, that's, where's the context for this conversation?
Yeah.
Is they're having this conversation while they're driving around?
I guess nothing has really changed because they're seeing
they're in
Stickermen on other lawns and
Yeah, but
not
it's
many.
it's the old familiar neighborhood.
It's just, I think it's a bit awkward suddenly saying nothing has really changed, huh? And then it's like, we're going to talk about being older now.
Again,
that's a weird...
time is marching on.
It's true.
And time.
Fred had been
dreading
his upcoming birthday and had been concerned about how much time had gotten away from him. He didn't say much, but I noticed him checking his hair and waistline, stretching his back as it ached more, trying to keep
his hair around his waistline.
Yeah. Ah, dang it! It's growing everywhere. As it ached more, trying to keep up with his kids on the phone, talking with our friends didn't help anything. They were constant reminders of how old we were getting, and they had seen nothing that would shed light on our Stickerman problem. We returned home for our terse dinner and went to bed early as it was already dark out. The conversation was minimal, as I could tell Fred was not pleased with how things were going. I promised him it would all make sense soon, and by next week he would forget all about it. What? I promised him it would all make sense soon? Wait.
It'll all make sense soon, honey. You'll see. Mwahaha. And so she turned into a Stickerman.
Fred grumbled and turned the last light out. That night, I could tell he was restless and didn't fall asleep to the early hours, waiting for some noise outside, but it never came.
So this has become somehow them making hyper aware of their age? Like these Stickermen?
It's such a weird thing. Like, that's a weird, suddenly thing to bring up. I think this could have been brought in...
Well, the impression I'm getting is that from the beginning, at least, it was kind of set up that these people are aware that they're getting older, you know?
Yeah,
so.
I think this is unnecessary.
I don't know. There's a little shakiness in this one.
Maybe the Stickermen represent early onset dementia. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see. It's Abysmii, so I'm like fairly confident that, you know, there will be something satisfying, you know, but we'll see.
That's what Paprika said. Today, Tuesday morning's calm was broken by a shattering of glass. Uh-oh, the Stickermen are breaking in. I woke with a start and ran to the kitchen, thinking Fred had injured himself or someone had broken in. His paranoia had started rubbing off on me, though Fred didn't rub off on me anymore.
Oh.
Though I never admitted that to him.
Hey, Fred Savage.
Damn, Fred Savage is getting up in years. When I reached the kitchen, I saw his favorite beer mug laying in jagged pieces across the floor. He had crafted it himself on our honeymoon 20 years ago in Austria. Okay. It meant so much to him, and to see it broken made my heart sink. Before I could ask what happened, he started to yell. Oh, no, Stickerman!
Stickerman!
No, before I could ask what happened, he started to yell.
I just had this vision of that happening, would just fill the entire foreground with Stickermen.
Yes.
Fred was standing in our doorway, fuming and screaming at the scene in front of us. I peered around him and saw that the number of Stickermen had doubled. I admit, there has always been a disturbing aspect to the little town tradition. But what I saw in those figures just 3 feet from our door was nothing short of grotesque. These were not the silly sculptures we made as kids. These were horrific. Faces made from rotten food, distorted in scenes of agony.
Ooh.
Strange carvings I didn't recognize traced along their bodies. The twigs and sticks arranged in complex patterns, strung together with twine and ornamented with what looked like animal bones and teeth. Some were portrayed in haunting poses parodying human activities. One was carrying skies, another holding...
Wait, skies?
It says skies.
It's skis.
Oh.
No. Skies.
One was Atlas holding the heavens aloft.
Yes.
One was carrying skis, another holding a football. This was no longer cute, and Fred had lost his grip. Clearly he did because he dropped his favorite beer mug.
Sorry. Didn't mean to step on your toes there, but... Yeah, gotta be a little quicker than that. You're as slow as a Stickerman, David.
Oh!
You're slow. You're getting older, David.
The song haunts me yet.
As I wandered in between the Stickermen, trying to make sense of their obscene depictions, I could hear my husband from our kitchen. He was screaming on the phone to the sheriff's office, demanding that they send someone right away. I went back inside when I heard Fred threatening to sue the precinct. Jesus, something he's never even dreamed of in the past. I convinced Frank to put the dispatcher on speakerphone so the three of us could discuss what was happening. Fred has lost his mind.
I like the idea of him calling the sheriff's office to send someone right over. Sheriff's car pulls up, and they're like just sitting there watching it out at the curb. They're like, well, is he going to come in or what? So they walk out to the curb and look in the car, and it's a Stickerman. Like a little sheriff's hat on, you know?
I kind of, in one sense, I kind of like the small universe this is. Or not universe, but it takes place in a small town. There's kind of this cute snowman tradition as well. They have a sheriff's office, not the actual police. That's how small this town is.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a cute detail.
The dispatcher, this is me, correct?
Yeah.
The dispatcher was patient, if not flustered, with Fred. There isn't much crime where we live, and I'm willing to bet she had forgotten exactly what to do when vandalism is reported to her. She explained that without firm proof and a lead, the best they could do was send a patrol car around 6. That's true. Mm-hmm. Had some kids break out a portion of my fence to cross through.
Yeah. And
so the neighbor, you know, because they had crossed through their yard too, the neighbor called the police over, I guess sheriff's office, and she woman that came was just like, I'll put in a report, but I mean, sucks for you. I mean, what do you want us to do?
Oh my god.
We're not gonna bother with this. What do you?
They could be anywhere.
Yeah. I explained that we thought these pranks were being orchestrated late at night, so a patrol at 6 wouldn't achieve anything. The dispatcher, named Patricia, is this the sheriff's office? No, this is Patricia. Elaborated that with the construction on Route 100, there wasn't much manpower to spare. What?
I guess there's road construction going on?
Is the sheriff working road construction too?
They probably have to help close a highway lane or something.
Oh.
Maybe.
Again, this is small town. Police are more focused on the construction and trying to guide people elsewhere.
I appreciate the beats where it's like, why doesn't this logic work about, you know, things that you could be asking questions for? A small town fitting reasons for why the horror cannot be prevented by the authorities.
Abysmii, this isn't the proper way to do this. What you need to write is, why couldn't the sheriff come out to our property? Well. I calmly asked that we speak to her manager, okay, Karen, as we weren't getting anywhere in the conversation. Patricia hesitated, but then put us on hold. This is what I remember of the rest of the call when the sheriff picked up. Okay, who wants to be who?
Oh yeah, there's a whole character. I guess I'll do Celeste. Oh wait, there's a Sheriff
Fred's
Roberts.
Celeste, what are you talking about?
Sheriff Celeste, Fred, and Celeste, I guess. I'll do Sheriff Roberts.
No, you already picked Celeste. Now,
Fine.
Of me and David, who do you want to play your husband? Think long and hard about this one.
God,
really
I don't want either of you. I'm hoping Gracie.
Celeste, did we buy more cat food?
I'm hoping Gracie would hop in and start barking a lot.
The dog only eats cat food now.
I like the idea that Fred has just turned Jewish again.
Yeah.
He goes in and out of it.
Actually, you know what? I want David to do it just so he can do the sort of Jewish accent for this Fred character.
All right, fair enough.
So here is the conversation on the phone. This is Sheriff Roberts. Is that you, Fred?
Hi, Sheriff. This is Celeste. Fred is here, too.
Celeste, who are you talking to?
Good morning, Celeste. I gotta say, you two are the last folks I would expect to make a call like this. What's this about? Some demon snowman?
Fred spoke in a measured but tense voice.
Bill, you know me. We were on the varsity team together. Have I ever been unreasonable?
No, Fred, I suppose not, but I thought you were Jewish. What happened?
I'm trying. Look, I can't keep it straight.
I ain't one to judge, but It's just as concerning is all that you keep turning Jewish and non-Jewish at the drop of a
I
hat.
don't know what's happening to me anymore. I don't know which one I started as. And to be fair, David doesn't remember which one he started as either in his voice part.
Just do whatever old man voice.
Yeah. Oh, I like how, Bill, you know me, we were on the varsity team together. That's good information for us that can be spoken out loud over the phone.
Yeah, we were. It's true. Varsity team. Both had the hots for the same girl. I think her name was Celeste. Boy, whatever happened to that?
I sure couldn't tell you.
I like that they say varsity team, not what varsity team. Could be basketball, football,
field hockey,
sports ball.
I kind of missed it. When I was leaning away from the mic, delivering random lines from him in the background, I thought that was more entertaining. Abysmii, right that part in where you just hear him being like, "Hey, I'm getting drunk. Are there any girls there?"
David.
Celeste, roll and see if I'm getting drunk.
Is this David or is this Kaela?
No, this is V, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is still Fred. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. I read a little ahead.
Yeah.
Then please, just hear us out. I'm going to say some things that aren't going to sound quite right, but I need you to believe us.
I have never heard Fred so desperate.
All right. I don't know what much I can do, but go ahead.
Sheriff sounded sincere, but I could tell he was more concerned about Fred than anything.
It's like we told your deputy, someone is sneaking onto my lawn every night and putting more and more of these things up. They're getting more ballsy each night. Soon they'll be breaking into our house and who knows what.
Ballsy.
These snowmen just have bigger and bigger balls each time.
Then I realized that what they were trying to emulate, Tanuki.
Oh, God.
And all the things they were doing that were mundane, you could follow a trace of snow to a snow scrotum that they were just transforming into their...
The Tanuki men.
Honestly, it doesn't seem that out of reach. It's like, I know it sounds crazy. It's like, this doesn't sound crazy. This is actually happening. Like,
I think it's less about the snowmen and more about the idea that even if they knock them down, someone might come back and build them up again.
Yeah, I think it's also the fact that, like, this could actually happen. Someone could actually be quite the jerk and be like, I want to bother these people, and they don't even know why. They're just...
Yeah, that feels like an invasion, especially if you're old.
Oh, yeah, like you're old people and you're just living your normal life, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we?
Fred, has anything been damaged? Have any notes or threats been left at all?
My beer mug.
Doesn't say it all.
I dropped my beer mug.
Oh no, your beer mug? Why, the one you handcrafted in Austria?
Yeah, on my honeymoon. Remember? I brought you back one too.
Because... You remember? You know, you came with us on our honeymoon, Sheriff.
No, I don't. Yeah, well, we needed it. Well, Celeste's mom said we needed a chaperone. Man, she was a helicopter mom to the end.
Well, as an old-timey backwoods southern sheriff, I was just dying to see Europe.
Especially Austria.
Have any notes or threats been left? Do you have any enemies that could have done this? I know a man's house is his castle, but this really isn't something I would call waving.
Now who's Jewish?
This isn't something I would call a cause for alarm.
That said so, like, confidently, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bill. Have I ever so much as run a red light in this town? I pay my taxes. I'm a good citizen. I keep my head down. All I'm asking is for some basic diligence here. I think I got the voice again.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Well, Jesus, Fred, pardon my French, why haven't you just taken the snowblower to them all and cleared the lawn? I mean, it's what we do with teenagers. just a bunch of snow and twigs.
That's what teenagers are, right?
Bunch of snowblowers.
Bunch of snow and twigs.
And erase all the evidence? How stupid do you think I am?
Why couldn't you take a picture of it? Like,
yeah.
Like,
you clearly photoshopped those snowmen.
I was sitting up all night on Photoshop.
I was using Windows 98.
I'm gonna get so much Reddit karma. This is lit, fam.
Sorry, where were we? Oh, yeah.
I decided it was time to chime in. Sheriff, this is Celeste. We don't want to raise a fuss, but we just don't feel safe right now. I know Barbara had that scare with the black bears a couple of years ago. What? I'm not saying it's bears, but we wouldn't be calling if things weren't out of the ordinary.
Bears are building snowmen!
That actually would be a great twist.
Oh
if they
my
catch,
Abysmii,
they catch bears out there building snowmen. rolling up the snow.
If they wake up in the middle of the night and see a bunch of bears building Stickermen on their lawn, this story will be the best story I've ever read.
Fucking bear.
And all the bears in unison turn and look at them and just go,
You go out in the snow today, you're in for a big surprise. Today's the day the teddy bears build the Stickermen. What?
Maybe it is.
Stickermen
Wait,
for
maybe
teddy bears.
Maybe this is the Hanna-Barbera short story. It's Yogi and Boo Boo coming.
Hey, Boo Boo, want to see me freak out that old fuck Fred?
I don't know, Yogi. I thought we were all square with him after Wilma died.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listen, nobody has to know that I ate her head.
He did kind of hire you. He did kind of hire you to put the hit on her.
Listen, what I do on the dark web is my business.
How many?
He ordered one quote-unquote picnic basket for Wilma.
That's fair, Yogi. I sure hope no one has to tell the ranger about this, if you know what's good for you.
Somebody out there draw Yogi Bear selling dark web picnic baskets.
I want artwork.
I want Boo Boo to be like a blackmailing narc, too.
No, I want artwork of Yogi Bear and Boo Boo making these Stickermen and just staring dagger eyes at Fred, staring from the window like scared out of his mind. Fred
Listen,
and it's their house. It's the Flintstones house in Bedrock too.
Yes,
it's the house they're out
yes, it is.
Hey, Boo Boo, not many people know the Silk Road goes right through Jellystone Park. Hey, Fred, there's a bear out on the lawn. Oh my god, who's this guy? Why do we have the same voice? I don't know.
Okay, the sheriff was quiet for several long seconds.
Oh. Okay, Celeste. For Barbara's sake, I'll put something together. God rest her bear-eating soul. But to do this by the book, I'm gonna need you both to sign and file a 5707 form first thing tomorrow, giving me power of attorney, you old fuck. Give this some time.
Friendly reminder, written by Abysmii, not a lawyer.
Yes.
Abysmii, not a lawyer. That he should start a law office called Not a Lawyer, Not a Lawyer, Not a Lawyer, and Not a Lawyer. like instead of the last names.
You just get to him and 3 friends who aren't lawyers.
Yeah, exactly. Give this some time. Give this some time in case the pranksters decide they've had their fun. I'll get a deputy to do a stakeout in a couple of days.
I'll get a deputy to put a stake out in a couple of days to attract those bears.
Yeah, I'll get the local park ranger.
Are we going back?
I can't remember his name.
Ranger Smith.
No.
No, it's
Ranger.
Oh.
No, it's Ranger. It's just Ranger Smith.
Is
Ranger shit.
From the Yogi Bear and Boo Boo?
I'm pretty sure it's Ranger Smith.
I think it's Ranger Bear Hater.
it's Ranger yells a lot at Yogi Bear.
Ranger Bear Racist.
I actually now I gotta look this up. What is the Ranger's name? I'm trying to.
I'm telling you, it's Ranger Bear Racist.
Ranger Rick? No.
Ranger name. His
Red
name.
Ranger?
Yeah, it's
Red
Ranger Smith. Ranger John Francis Smith.
John Francis. I didn't know his first name was John Francis.
Yeah.
F. Smith.
But it is Ranger Smith. But
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
But apparently it's Ranger John Francis Smith.
Well, let's just agree that everybody's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good there. Sorry, where were we? Oh, yeah.
How are we supposed to do this now?
Oh, well, now we're kind of back to, since Slimy just read, we can go back to the paragraphs thing.
Oh, okay. We think... Oh, you said...
Because, Slimy just basically read most of that last paragraph.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay if I take it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. We thanked the sheriff and did some catching up to lighten the mood before hanging up. The truth is, where Bill and Fred were friends from long ago, while Bill and Fred
had an excellent adventure. Then a bogus journey.
Yeah.
And then nothing else ever.
I'm actually looking forward for that movie coming out, so.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
None of us had spoken much since Barbara's passing. She was eaten by bears.
Oh my gosh, she did die!
Oh my god. Hanna-Barbera.
Oh!
Did she have a sister named Hannah? Fred knew how much he was asking of Bill, and having to rely on someone else, he was only further hurting his pride. I tried to calm him down, but he stormed off to study, to the study to fill out the forms on the spot.
He had them at his disposal?
Yeah, wasn't he going to send?
Yeah, they were right there.
Maybe he's going to the internet to print them up. Because he's old. He knows how to
use the internet.
If only we had 3D printers, but for documents.
What a marvel! Could you imagine? He didn't set off for work without a word. I called in sick and went back about taking pictures of the Stickermen to include in our forms. The rest of the day was spent preparing for his birthday breakfast to take place the next day. When Fred got home, he placed his hand on mine and went directly to bed, mentioning that he wasn't hungry and had a long day. I sat by the TV for a bit, trying to distract myself, eventually nodding off.
Uh-oh, they've separated.
I feel like every day...
Fred to become a Stickerman.
Oh, no.
I feel like every day is like the opening of The Shining, with the day of the week. Wednesday,
Yeah. Fred is riding his little tricycle around. Yeah.
I don't know
he
where
sees twin Stickermen standing in the hallway.
I don't know where this is going, but I'm kind of liking the fact I don't know where this is going.
Yeah. Who knows? Is it going to get worse? It probably will.
My Wednesday started with a violent shock. Shouts and screams from the yard shook me awake. I stumbled to the front door and saw my husband raving like a lunatic. He was bashing the Stickermen with a baseball bat, yelling at them and spitting on their remains. They stood still, taking every hit and insult with morbid defiance.
I could see the smug looks on their snowy faces right before he took the bat to them.
Mm-hmm.
I called out to Fred, begging him to come inside. He largely ignored me, except to yell the word 60 over and over again.
How did they fit that many in the front yard? This is a little place in a small town in Vermont. Maybe it has a huge yard.
Yeah, they have lucrative jobs from what they said. So
guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this story really has just turned me off because these figures on the lawn are not practicing social distancing.
Okay, that was good.
Okay, yes.
That was a good one.
No, I'm fucking serious. End the episode.
Good evening, intrepid listeners.
I acknowledged that and still begged for him just to come inside where we could talk. I started to get too cold and shut the door. I called 911 and explained frantically that my husband wasn't well. I was afraid he would freeze outdoors or hurt himself.
Oh,
Jeez.
I know what's happening. I know what the twist is. Okay, go ahead.
The dispatcher put me on hold while connecting to the police. I look back outside just in time to see Fred driving off in his car, speeding away recklessly. I stayed on the phone until they came.
Until they came.
Through crying eyes, I recounted everything that happened to Sheriff Bill. He said they already out an alert, or put out an alert to find him and would keep me updated.
Later that night.
Oh, we're almost at the end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Later that night, I sat alone at my table by the phone. It finally rang and I answered it quickly. Bill somberly informed me that they found Friend's car abandoned by the woods. They would continue searching the next day, but had nothing else to report. I cried into my hands, unsure of what to do. I picked at the birthday cake that sat on the table with a big 60 in chocolate frosting sitting motionless. I saw that one coming.
Yeah, I did too.
But that's still cool.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
David stole my paragraph.
You get the last
okay.
one.
You get the last one.
I'm the bigger man, so I'm not going to mention it. They never found my husband, and though it pains me, I'm sure he's gone. I just want answers. I want to know why he ran off. Why someone tormented us with those Stickermen. Even if we could find his remains, I could at least put some aspect of this to rest. If anyone in Vermont can tell me anything, I would be so grateful. Interesting.
Okay.
I think Fred went off the deep end and he was building them himself.
You think so?
Oh.
I think that when he went to bed, he sleepwalked and made Stickermen. He made sleepwalk Stickermen. Sleepermen.
Oh,
I think he sleep stuck.
He sleep man.
Oh, that's an interesting. Yeah. I feel like that could have been handled a little better. I like the idea, like that, about this guy not really happy about the fact he's getting older, and that it's leading him to start to go insane.
He made one for each year of his life. Maybe they each represented memories, because one of them had a football and he played varsity.
One of them was holding skis. Yeah. So
he was a varsity skier. Yeah.
Okay.
No, the football thing was definitely more of the giveaway.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's not bad, actually. That's okay. I think there's a couple parts that could be cleaned up, but the fact that we're talking about this, like, wait, hold on, and then going back and thinking about it, that's
Every Stickerman is like a snapshot of a year of his life.
Mm-hmm. That's not
bad. They keep getting closer to the house just because there's less and less room. So
yeah. Oh,
it's not that they're coming toward it. It's just that he's walking out less and less far. Goes out.
Whole thing's a giant snowy metaphor.
And if that's not the ending, I tell you what, since I own toospooky.com, I technically am the administrator. I can edit it so it ends that way.
Yes.
I'll do that right now. I'm going to write it up.
Why don't you do that? Just, edit a big explanation at the end. Yeah. So, in case you were wondering what's actually happening in this story.
Okay. No. Edit from Abysmii. Official update. By the way, the guy was building the Stickermen himself, and each one represented a different year from a different memory of his life. There.
I was pretty impressive, but how are you going to get that to the computer from your typewriter?
Listen, I'm gonna instantly fax it to somebody. I'm gonna fax it to Abysmii. He's gonna go over it, make sure it's all nice and legal, because he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Not a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm gonna file it.
Hey, none of the Stickermen are lawyers either, so I can see the kinship.
I like where this is going. I like the idea behind it. This is actually kind of different and new. There's just parts that I think need to be cleaned up. I don't think it's necessary for her to be the creator. If there is, I'm not seeing it. Like
an alternate theory could be that she was building them, because she says in the beginning, "You're right, Fred. I walked out there and built it. You caught me." She's like being sarcastic.
Oh,
but
it could be her, but why would she do that to him? That's a weird thing to do. I'm not.
Maybe she's the one who went psycho. I don't know.
Either way, if it is supposed to be an implication that it's the husband sleepwalking and doing it. In that sense, you'd want to add a situation where he looks like he's been out all night in the fucking cold building snowmen. So that doesn't really come up. I think it's honestly, this is definitely one of those just weird, like just surreal, it's happening. But the idea that the snowmen match up with this guy's age and that he's antsy about it is definitely fun. I kind of appreciate that it's hard to scrutinize and put together a logical explanation of any kind for this. So
I mean,
it just feels like a surreal, possibly supernatural thing.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be surreal. It could be, or it could be supernatural. It could be him doing it. It could be the wife. I think
it could be the sheriff.
That'd be so messed up.
We don't like your kind around here, Fred.
I'm never gonna let you forget how.
Never mind.
Sorry, I'm never gonna let you forget how your negligence building Stickermen led to my wife being eaten by bears.
God damn it! My wife Barbara, who was your wife's friend, Jennifer.
Yeah.
That built. She used to be called Jennifer when you made up the Stickermen.
I feel like there's something more there than I'm not picking up, like some sort of fridge horror. And if I don't know.
I re-listen to.
I replied to the post with my review. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
we have to refresh the page. I think.
Gotta refresh it.
More like Stinkermen.
Hey, ew.
Hey.
That'd be if you didn't use sticks and twigs and did something else.
Oh damn! There's an idea for you. There's a creepy story idea.
Stinkerman.
Piles of shit keep appearing on my lawn. I don't know why.
And then one day they all caught on fire.
Yeah. I asked the neighbor. He looked down at his dog, then back to me. I have no idea. He said.
They always appeared in flaming bags. So yeah, actually, this was a good little read. I enjoyed this. Mm-hmm. Good scene setting. Could it be cleaned up in a couple places? Sure, but otherwise, I think that it's a simple and interesting story, and I like that it doesn't have a. We know Abysmii. We knew he wasn't going to pull anything like. And then it was this thing.
No, I kind of like there's a little bit of a realistic horror, especially these are old people, like they're turning. Okay, I say old, older people. They're in their they have their 50s? Kids. They're in their late 50s,
mid 50s to 60s. So at least Fred's turning 60.
Yeah, and. I mean, the only thing I think that could have been said better or interwoven a little better is his fear of getting older, if that's the point that Abby was trying to get at. Mm-hmm. So that could have been interwoven a little bit better, other than them driving and then her saying, well, we are getting older. And it's like, okay, you just kind of threw that in there.
It basically says like he's not looking forward to his birthday and shit, but it could be like, he really dreaded his birthday and was, this was a milestone. 60, was like a big turning point.
There could have been a point, maybe it's like we tried to talk about plans for his birthday, and he shrugged it off, something like that. It's that could have been brought up earlier on during this, that could.
Well, they did. I think there was mention that he was not looking forward to his next birthday.
No, I mean that was said but it was really random. I feel like it could have been integrated a little bit better. When she says, "Oh, it's probably a kid," so we spent the rest of the day relaxing Saturday. We talked about. I asked him about his birthday. He shrugged it off later that night. Because she does talk about stuff that happens throughout the day and things that they do. We went to church. I noticed something's off about him there. It could have been integrated a little bit better in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically what we're saying is Abysmii, nice try, but you failed on the grand scale.
No.
I have a gold star sticker right here. No.
In all honesty, this is an interesting story, and I didn't know what to expect going as it went forward, and I'm liking this small town life.
Yeah.
There's just a couple things that I think could be cleaned up a bit. That's it, and ways that could have been integrated a little bit better. I'm still trying to think is he going crazy? Is it the wife? What's going on? Is it a supernatural? And I like the fact we don't know, in all honesty, and it is more the fact that it's resembling his dread towards getting older, and then
oldness,
and then him just snapping on his 60th birthday.
Ah!
60! 60!
That was actually a particularly satisfying warble there in your voice. I don't know if that was intentional, but I was like, wow, that's some vibrato going on.
It's maybe the Stickermen just represent candles. The sticks are the wicks, the snow is the wax, the lawn is the cake. You see how it all works out?
Wait,
Cake,
that's not...
lawn,
Wait, there's no snow anywhere else. What is this? Powdered sugar?
Cocaine?
That explains it all.
Yeah.
Well, if someone built sugar people on their lawn, they would be the Sticky Men instead of the Stickermen.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Freshness ratings.
Okay, I will give this 60 out of 60 Stickermen.
Wow, I will give this a Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
I will give this one Yogi Bear, one dark web Yogi Bear out of 3 dead Wilmas. I don't know.
John Green's an abundance of Wilmas.
Oh my god.
It sounds bad, but if you think about it, it doesn't make any sense.
None whatsoever.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Well, Abysmii, thank you for giving us the go-ahead to pick out this story and give it a read. Obviously, if you want to hear Abysmii stuff, he's here on the Creative Horror Network, joins us on this podcast many times, but also does the Trick or Track podcast, which updates every so often, also does the scary streams, on fairly regularly on Saturdays. Well worth checking out. Hey, and I want to thank Slimebeast again for joining us. It has been a painfully long time.
It's been a while.
Whatever. It's fine. I'll see you guys again in another 2 years, maybe?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long, surely.
It hasn't, actually, but...
I'll see you in 2 years. We'll see where we are by then with, what is it, Kim Jong...
Kim Jong Cat.
Kim Jong Cutie Magoo, whatever her name is. God, she's attractive.
When they decided...
She's
to...
Sylvia Plathien in her attractiveness.
Waifu status achieved.
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to plug while we're here? Or?
I would like to plug. I have books on Amazon, I guess. I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I have an author page now.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
I don't remember the address of it. Let me just fucking. I don't know what my author page is, but if you search for Slimebeast, you'll probably find it. I don't know.
I will put links in the description, in the show notes.
Put in the description, put Slimebeast's author page, and then put a link to that badger mushroom thing.
That works. I'll do that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just to remind everybody that we are trapped inside, and this was the most. You can look back on a simpler time when a bunch of badgers dancing was the best thing on the internet.
Was? What are you talking about?
Was.
Okay, as I'm thinking about it.
Sticker, 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 60, 60.
I would cut it there, I think.
Sure, that seems like a good place. It's still marching on!
Good evening, intrepid listeners. This is the Pasta Shade, the host of Midnight Marinara, and this podcast is part of CreativeHorror.com, a network of podcasts and creators working together to build a constructive community of horror fans. For more content like this, visit us at CreativeHorror.com.